Hey everyone, welcome back. It has been quite some time since I last saw all of you. I tried to film this video a couple of days ago and ended up running out of space on my phone, and I filmed the whole video and it only recorded half. So here I am again, late in the night with bad lighting. Sorry, I had my computer screens on to cast some light in my face, but because I wear glasses you could see the reflection of what was on my computer. So this is what I've got for you. Hopefully I don't seem weird at all. It is like 9:30, almost 10 o'clock at night, and I am tired. So hopefully that doesn't reflect in a way that makes me seem odd. I know it's been a little while since we've talked. Yeah, it has been 2.5 months since I last saw all of you. I've been keeping a little bit of an appearance up on Instagram. I haven't been super frequent on any sort of social media all summer. And I decided to just sit down and kind of tell you guys what has happened this summer and what's been going on in our lives, and I figured a sit down video just kind of chatting with you guys would be the best way to kind of come back. I've been vlogging this week and filming all week, so you guys are going to get vlogs right away here. No schedule right now. I'm just filming and uploading to get back into the rhythm, so whenever I, feel an urge to pull out the camera and record our day, I'm just uploading once I have a finished vlog, and just doing that for now because I want to focus on actually coming back and not on my vlogging schedule right now. So that's what's going on there, a little update. Okay, let's start with why I took a break in the first place. Well, the most basic answer was because I needed a break. I didn't realize I needed a break, and it just kind of happened. But I went camping. The last vlog you saw was me telling you guys we were on our way to go camping, and we went camping, but it was kind of a dramatic camping trip. Not dramatic, but like it didn't go as planned. We almost weren't able to go. It was kind of just a mess. And then the summer kind of just that started the snowball, and it just got bigger and bigger, and I was like, wow, I just need to take a break from everything for a little bit, because I honestly just did not have time to film or edit, and I just needed to balance life so that I could stay above everything and keep a healthy mindset and take care of my family, take care of myself, while everything was going on. So that's kind of the gist of why I stepped away for a little while, and what was going to be just a couple weeks turned into the whole summer. And I'm really glad I did that, because I think I really needed it, and I think I really needed just a couple months of finding my footing again, kind of getting regrounded, and I think it was a smart decision, and I am now reaping the rewards and ready to come back. So backing up a little bit, that camping trip was weird, and that was the beginning of June. We had a weird summer. The weather was we thought maybe it would clear up, but it was a really rainy, wet, cold summer. This week has been quite hot. All of a sudden it was like 35 today, and tomorrow's supposed to be 17 and rainy and cold. So but the majority of the summer felt like spring, like it was cold and rainy. We were in sweaters and pants. It was not camping weather. It rained for a couple of days for our first camping trip, the one I went on when I stopped vlogging. But yeah, basically it was just a really weird scenario and a really weird turn of events where we almost weren't able to go camping, like last minute, like the day before, which super stressed me out. And then we were able to go, and then Cody and I kind of got hit with a weird thing to deal with together. And I want to say that I'm not going to go into detail for everything, and I think that's something I've really gotten comfortable with over the summer taking a break, is that I used to feel bad for saying anything about things that are happening in my life if I couldn't give you all of the details. And I've really realized and like have really come into a comfortable place where like, no, that's not what I have to do. If I would like to put up some boundaries, that's okay, and that doesn't mean I don't have to say anything, because if it gets really difficult to vlog your life when you have to put up or like when you put up walls, or when you try not to talk about things that are like actually happening in your life. And so I've learned, and I am comfortable in the fact that I can say we're just doing, something is happening over here, and that might be taking away from what I'm doing in this space, or that might just be taking up some mental space in my head right now. But I don't have to share every single detail of what's happening, because not everything is yours to share, you know? You guys all know this. You guys are great with this, but I just wanted to point that out. Because I feel like this summer was really, really transformative for me. A lot of stuff happened, and I think I really grew as a person this summer. And as I go into this, maybe you'll kind of get an inside scoop as to why. But that was the first thing, and that's something it wasn't just having to do with us. So really weird stuff with camping. Almost couldn't go. Was able to go last minute. Like, there was issues with like the trailer and everything, and then we were able to go, and Cody and I were dealing with something weird. And then in the middle of that camping trip, I had filmed for the whole trip, and I think it's just way too late to share that vlog now. And I don't even know what it looks like. I've never even pulled it up in my editor. Regardless, while I was on that trip, and this is why I'm just thinking about how I want to say this, because a lot of things happen this summer that aren't just all mine to share, and I don't want to make anybody uncomfortable. So I'll just try and share from my point of view, or like my life experience, how it affected me. In the middle of that camping trip, I got a phone call from my brother. And if you're familiar, I had talked about that in April. I went and met my brother that I had never really, I knew he existed somewhere out in the world. We found each other, we met. We've gotten together a couple of times since then. And so and he's my dad's son, and I am my dad's daughter. And I have a second set of half siblings from my mother. So I don't have any full siblings, but I have two sets. Like, I have a brother on one side and a brother and a sister on the other. So the brother from my mom's side called me to let me know that my dad was sick. And for those of you who've been watching a long time, you guys know that I don't speak to my family on my side. I've talked about that before. I'm not going to go into details here. But yeah, I've shared that I've had to distance myself for our own well-being, and so I just don't have a relationship with any of them. So I got a phone call out of the blue from a brother who I hadn't talked to in years, saying that my dad was sick. And so that was like a weird thing to process, because it was like, I don't want to go too much into detail, because I don't want to put too much out there and have my experience hurt somebody's feelings, although that's problematic in itself. It's just easier not to in this video. But yeah, that's what happened there. And so I was kind of processing that, and then we came back from camping, and the ball just started rolling and life got really busy. Cody and I decided we were not going to move this summer. It just wasn't going to work out, that we were going to have the time to move and be able to find a house that worked for us. So we decided to put some elbow grease into our little home here and stay for a year, like another season, another winter. And then hopefully, if everything works out, we will move in maybe the spring or the summer of next year. So we started pretty much right away on some house projects. If you notice behind me, it looks a little bit different. We painted everything. Well, we started that process. So we redid the whole main area, painted everything, gave everything a facelift, bought some new furniture, bought some new accent pieces, just made it nicer, right? We just decided we were going to put some more heart and effort into the space we had just in this last season that we were here, to make ourselves feel more at home, to make it more exciting, to make us more content and not completely constantly yearning for the next step. Although we are excited for when that comes, we just wanted to be content in the life we're living right now. So we put ourselves fully into renovation mode. Keep in mind, Cody works a lot. He works like 6 days a week, so it was a busy time, and that's when I was like, well, I kind of need to focus on this, because it was a huge project. We live in like 900 square feet, so you can't just put things away and like redo a room and paint the walls and everything and then bring it back out slowly. You kind of have to like take things from one space that you use and put it into another space that you use and need, and then put it all back as soon as you can. It's a process. But we did that, and I was going to wait until we were all done, but then more things kept happening in the summer. We're not done, but the main part of our house is done. There's still painting to do in the rest of the house, which I hope to finish in the next week and a half, hopefully. Cross your fingers for me. So basically we started house renovations, and that was a busy time. And so first it was hearing that news, and then house reno started, and of course normal life stuff on top of that. And then I decided I was going to go ahead and launch my business earlier than I had planned. I had planned to kind of launch in like a year, but I decided to do a very soft launch, and so I was starting the preparation process to make sure I was ready to start selling products. So in the midst of all that, I was also setting aside time to do that, and then there was also a lot of like events and birthdays and stuff that happened in the summer. So when did we do that? We also met with my brother again, you know, just like visiting people, doing normal stuff you do in the summer. And then it was Canada Day, and that's always a great time, super fun. Well, I guess that happened first, and then I'm just trying to think, at the end of July into August, no, I'm thinking of June. So into July it was Canada Day, yes, and then so on July 4th I got another phone call that my dad had passed away, and that opened up a whole can of worms, in a sense. It's a real, like, I can't explain it in this video, but if you've ever lost a parent that is estranged, or lost them like while they are estranged, it's a really weird feeling, and everybody experiences it different, because obviously, and everybody has different relationships with their parents. But when you are estranged from a parent and they pass away, it's very odd. You feel a lot of different emotions. I felt like I healed in places I didn't know needed healing. I didn't really know were there, which was really an interesting experience for me. Throughout this process, I just started speaking to my mom, and we've been having conversations all summer, and you know, slowly seeing what comes of that. So there's been a lot of like personal family stuff on my side. It's also opened up conversations with other family members, which also opened up something like kind of really quite large in our life that isn't really mine to talk about, involving some of my family. There's just been a lot going on in that and involving my family, and processing and figuring out what all of that is looking like and going to look like, and I'm giving myself a lot of space, and I'm giving myself a lot of attention, and making sure I'm taken care of so that I can make good decisions, and I can make sure I am making decisions for myself and my family, not getting caught up in other people's emotions or anything like that. So because of course when you start speaking to family you were estranged from, there's a certain process or you have to be careful, you know, like I'm quite guarded. But I'm just interested to see what happens, and I'm very okay with any sort of outcome. So we'll see on that front. But that's like a big thing in my personal life, and I'm really grateful I was not having to worry about filming at any of these points, because I feel like that's not something I could have talked about in the moment, but it was taking up such huge mental space personally in my life that I feel like I would have not come across. I don't know what I even would have talked about. I feel like I would have had to be forcing or like directing you in a different direction to like avoid sharing all of this huge stuff that was going on in my life, if that makes sense. Sorry, I'm looking down my notes because I was like, I jotted down things that were happening so I could kind of keep a little bit of a timeline. So then all that was happening among Cody working crazy hours and life still happening in between all of that. And then I launched my business, and that was the last week, like right before I launched on August 1st, and that was such a crazy week. Like I busted my butt to make launch date happen, and I did it. And we were also doing like it was like one of the craziest month ends with Cody's work that we've gone through. Oh, it was a little bit painful, but we survived that. It was good. And after, I feel like now that we've hit August, it's kind of like, okay, we're starting to come down and go back into normal rhythm. Then right after all of that craziness, it was Cody and I's 9th wedding anniversary, so we got to celebrate that. And we also had like the Stampede was in town, and Cody was doing a lot of like promotional things for work, and so we were like we were just going in so many directions. There was, sorry, I shut the camera. There was just so much going on, so that's kind of what was happening there. And then there was like camps and play dates and homeschool stuff, and then also prepping for homeschool. I found a curriculum that I thought I would absolutely love and I was really excited about, and I had planned to be like, okay, this is the curriculum I'm gonna go for. It's gonna make my life so much easier. Pardon me, it's like a weird hiccup burp thing. And then I got the curriculum in front of me, and I realized that I did not jive with it at all. I did not feel like it fit with our family, our lifestyle, our like beliefs, our ways of teaching. It did not work for us. So then I was like, oh no, what do I do? I have to find a brand new curriculum or like make my own last minute. And so I've been scrambling. I'm almost done. I have like a method, and I'm almost finished, and it was kind of chaotic, and now I'm like, okay, now I know what I'm doing again, and I'm really happy with where we're headed, because this year I knew things were very busy in our life, or had the potential to be really full. So I definitely wanted something that I didn't have to, I couldn't wing something this year for homeschooling. Like I couldn't do mostly unschooly or like pick and choose. I needed something that was like, here's a plan, here's a guide, we're gonna make sure we hit all of our goals, and it's gonna make my life easier. Because if I'm gonna homeschool and, you know, run my own business on the side and do everything else that we're doing, I needed something that was going to be a little more simplified and just making things run smoothly. So that's why maybe I'll do another homeschool video if you guys want to see that, which I'm sure those are always really popular in the fall especially. So yeah, that was going on. And then again, like everybody, there's so many birthdays in August. Everybody's born in August apparently, or has babies in August. But there was a lot of stuff going on. And then among all this, in the beginning of August, I kind of ran into an odd health thing. I'm fine. I don't want to talk about it too much just because it's weird and it's still kind of ongoing. Maybe I'll chat about it with you in a couple of vlogs, just in like a normal vlog. Again, I'm totally fine. I finally got, like, my doctor went on holidays, and she's on holidays until next month, and so I like went into like walk-in clinics and a doctor that wasn't mine, and it's been really weird. And it was stressful at the beginning of the month, and now I'm kind of just like, meh. It'll work it, like, things will work out. Because I tend to like hyper control in a way. Like, I'm very at my core, I guess I'm quite type A, and I have to really work to like be chill about some stuff. I can think about things too much. I can obsess about things a little too much sometimes. I don't know, like, I'll like just Google and like be like, I just get really overwhelmed by certain situations, and so I was kind of feeling myself going down that rabbit hole at the beginning of the month, and then I was like, no, you just need to relax. Like, I'm doing everything I can, and it's just like kind of like a waiting game, and I just need to chill and just live my life, and we'll get answers when answers come. And that has kind of just been what's been happening. Yeah, it's a weird thing, and I'm in a place now where I'm like really relaxed about it now, and I'm just really proud of myself for being here in this space. Yeah, so it's been a really big summer of like a lot of growth and a lot of transformation and a lot of lessons. But I'm definitely ready to come back, and I am excited to come back. I have a new oomph to be here in this space and to share again. And I was watching Grayson lost his first tooth this week. We were having our family Sunday dinner, and he really wanted to eat his corn on the cob, which is one of his favorite foods. And he had a really wiggly tooth, and he just couldn't eat his corn on the cob, and so he just went and washed up and came back to the table and went up to Cody, and he was like, Dad, you just gotta pull it out. I need to eat my corn, please just pull this tooth out. So Cody gave it one good tug, and out it went, and we got to do the whole tooth fairy thing with him for the first time, and it was so exciting. I wasn't expecting it to come out at the dinner table, so I didn't film it. I had filmed a clip of him, like, us trying to pull it out a couple days before, and it just wasn't ready. So unfortunately I didn't get that on camera, but it was a really, really awesome day. My kids are getting big, and life is just really good, and I'm really ready to come back. And that's what I was saying. We couldn't remember how much the tooth fairy had given Mackenzie for her first tooth, so I went back and watched when she lost her first tooth, which is like, I just love that I can do that. And I didn't mention it, but like just watching that vlog made me realize how much I missed our own vlogs, and I was like, no matter what, even if it's still really busy, I really want to come back. So I've been filming all week, and I'm going to just put up a video when I can, edit when I can, and not worry about a schedule right now, because I need this creative outlet. I need this kind of journal as a little bit therapeutic for me to speak with you guys, and I need my community. Yeah, it's been a little bit of a missing piece, and I definitely miss you guys. So, okay, I've been talking for so long. I just kind of wanted to give you a general idea of what's been happening, and then you guys can, I'll start sharing more details about things in the vlogs. I just didn't want to sit down and talk for 3 hours. So, I'm really happy to be back. I am definitely back because I've already got one vlog and a second one underway. So, you guys will see those very shortly after I post this one. I'm really excited to have you guys with me again, and as always, thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in my next video. Yeah, bye guys. See you next time.